Okay guys, there's been a couple of requests that I've had for part 3 of the assembly video, and the last part of the assembly actually included the tail, so we're going to go ahead and deal with the tail right now. There are 3 parts to installing the tail besides the tape, which you're going to need later, but we're not going to be using the tape right now. This is just generally to explain how this goes on and how to set it up. So the trick I think with these guys is basically to take one half of the tail and the stabilizer bar. This bar is about 6 inches long, maybe a little longer, and slip this bar all the way in. Okay, do not force it. Then what we do is we slip that through the aircraft and seat this in here. These guys can be a little difficult. I remember when I did my other one, it was a little tough. Okay, there, he's in there. And now the other side, again, into the bar. That one went in there quite easily. Now, this is the area here, and on the other side, as well as the bottom, here and here, where you'll be applying the tape. Now, the main issue with this is to make sure that your control surfaces are even. Okay, now I'm not going to go through the entire setting up of the linkage and everything, but what you do is turn your radio on, zero your trims on your elevator, and set these up by screwing or unscrewing the clevises until both halves of these are even. Now if you end up with a condition like this or like that, when this plane goes into the air, it's going to want to fly in a spiral, and it is going to go straight into the ground. So make sure that these things are even. That's the most important part of setting up the tail, as well as, you know, getting the tape on, and just generally check all your control surfaces are even. And these clevises have a fair bit of adjustment in and out. From the look of this one can go, oh, it's almost 1.5 inches. The clevis isn't that deep, however. Now if you're stuck and you're not able to get the correct amount of adjustment, you can adjust here. This is the elevator servo, this is the rudder servo and tail wheel. So if you needed to, you could move this back and forth here, or select it, or move this, or select a different hole, depending on the amount of stroke that you wanted. But that's pretty much it for the assembly of the Park Zone BF-109. I call it an ME-109. I really don't think there's much difference between the two of them, to be honest with you, other than the date that they flew and the factory they were produced at. So thanks a lot for taking the time to have a look at this video and my series of videos involving this, and as well the Park Zone Corsair and the repairs on the phone. So my name is Randy again, and hope you enjoyed all my videos, and look forward to your comments and ratings. So thanks so much for having a look.